Hello everyone, welcome to today's blockchain daily news. Today is May 9th, 2024. I'm your digital host, Amy. The headline we're focusing on today is, it's been a week since spot ETFs were listed, and Hong Kong's dream of a cryptocurrency center has just begun. During the initial fundraising stage, Hong Kong's first batch of digital currency spot lived up to expectations, but subsequent transactions were somewhat lacking in stamina. However, the groundbreaking physical redemption model may bring Hong Kong ETF an opportunity to overtake in a corner. More than 3 months after the listing of the US Bitcoin spot ETF, Hong Kong has fully caught up with the first batch of digital currency spot products. China's long-established public fundraisers China AMC, Harvest, and Boshi not only launched Bitcoin spot ETFs in Hong Kong, but also launched the world's first Ethereum spot ETF. Some media even shouted slogans to seize pricing power. During the initial fundraising stage, the Hong Kong ETF lived up to expectations, but the subsequent trading situation was somewhat lacking in stamina. On the first day of listing, the trading volume of the Hong Kong Bitcoin ETF was less than 1% of the total trading volume on the first day in the United States, and the trading volume in the following days failed to exceed the first day. In contrast, the Bitcoin spot ETFs of asset management institutions such as BlackRock, Fidelity, and Invesco have attracted huge amounts of money after being listed in the United States. In addition, the price of Bitcoin has continuously broken through new highs under the expectation of halving. A fire is cooking oil and flowers. The grand occasion of bouquet decoration. But the race has just begun, and with Hong Kong's ambition to become Asia's cryptocurrency trading hub, it's too early to tell the winner. Brilliant debut but light trading. On April 29th, 6 digital currency spot ETFs approved by the Hong Kong Securities Regulatory Commission, Huaxia, Hong Kong, Bozera International and Harvest International were issued for the first time and officially listed on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange on April 30th. 3 of them are Bitcoin spot ETFs, and the other 3 are Ethereum ETFs. In addition to the Hong Kong dollar counter and the US dollar counter, China AMC, Hong Kong, SETFs also set up a RMB trading counter. In the new subscription stage, Hong Kong ETFs have performed well. According to SoSo Value data, the scale of the 3 Bitcoin ETFs on the first day of issuance and subscription reached $248 million. However, the US Bitcoin spot ETF product, excluding Grayscale, GBTC, which was converted from a trust to an ETF, had a total net value of only $130 million on the first day. Among them, China AMC Bitcoin ETF attracted 950 million Hong Kong dollars in the first issuance IOP stage, ranking 6th among the 82 ETFs launched in Hong Kong in the past 3 years, and surpassed CSOP's Bitcoin Futures ETF to become the largest market capitalization in Hong Kong. Virtual asset ETFs. However, trading on the first day was not as good as expected. According to data from the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, the total trading volume of the 6 ETFs on the first day was 87.58 million Hong Kong dollars, approximately $11.2 million, of which the trading volume of 3 Bitcoin ETFs was 67.5 million Hong Kong dollars, as follows. The transaction volume of China AMC Bitcoin ETF was 37.17 million Hong Kong dollars. Harvest Bitcoin spot ETF trading volume was 17.89 million Hong Kong dollars. The transaction volume of Boshi Hashkey Bitcoin ETF was 12.44 million Hong Kong dollars. In comparison, the total trading volume of the US Bitcoin spot ETF on the first day exceeded $4.6 billion, and the trading volume of the Hong Kong ETF was less than 1%, and the 6 products in Hong Kong all closed below the opening price on the first day of trading. As of May 6th, the trading volume of Hong Kong's first batch of Bitcoin products hovered below 60 million Hong Kong dollars, failing to exceed the first day's performance. Data source: Wind data source, Wind. The slow start of Hong Kong ETF trading has a lot to do with the recent bleak market conditions in the currency circle. As expectations of an interest rate cut by the Federal Reserve cooled, the price of Bitcoin plunged sharply after hitting a record high of $73,000 in mid-March, once falling below $60,000. Under such conditions, even the US spot Bitcoin ETF last week experienced its largest single-day net outflow since its listing in January. Moreover, given the size of the markets in Hong Kong and the United States, it is somewhat unfair to directly compare the trading volumes of Bitcoin ETFs in the two places. Bloomberg ETF senior analyst Eric Balchunas pointed out that the size of the Hong Kong ETF market is approximately $50 billion, which is 1/168 of the United States. After adjusting for market size, the Hong Kong ETF's first-day trading volume was equivalent to $1.6 billion. Hong Kong's cryptocurrency hub ambitions. While the United States is still hesitant about Ethereum spot ETFs, Hong Kong took the lead in approving the listing and trading of Ethereum spot ETFs while launching Bitcoin ETFs. There is a strong trend that latecomers will not lag behind. Hong Kong has been aiming to become an Asian trading hub for cryptocurrencies. Last year, Hong Kong also approved two major cryptocurrency exchanges, Hashkey Group and OSL, to upgrade their licenses to provide trading services to individual investors. Bitcoin spot ETF eliminates investors' concerns about the safety and legality of direct trading of digital currencies. At the same time, investors can invest in Bitcoin spot ETF on a familiar platform and through a familiar brokerage just like trading stocks, which also greatly lowered the technical threshold. However, Hong Kong's first batch of cryptocurrency spot ETFs has strict restrictions on investor qualifications, and mainland investors cannot participate in transactions. However, this batch of products is expected to attract local and international investors such as South Korea and Russia. For interested investors, whether to choose Wall Street or Central is a question. Spot ETF products are differentiated by rates and liquidity. In these two dimensions, the US Bitcoin spot ETF has obvious advantages, with lower rates and far ahead in scale. Taking IBIT, a subsidiary of BlackRock, as an example, its assets under management approached $15 billion in just 2 months after its listing. However, the Hong Kong Bitcoin ETF's pioneering physical subscription and redemption model may give it an opportunity to overtake in a corner. Allowing physical redemption, is there an opportunity for Hong Kong to overtake in corners? The biggest highlight of Hong Kong's spot Bitcoin ETF is that it allows in-kind creation redemption, which means it allows direct redemption of ETFs with cryptocurrency, not just legal currencies such as US dollars and Hong Kong dollars. This is also the biggest difference between Hong Kong's cryptocurrency ETFs and American ETFs. One of the reasons why US regulators initially hesitated to approve Bitcoin spot ETFs was that there were compliance issues with authorized participants, APs, trading cryptocurrencies under the physical redemption model. In the physical subscription and redemption mode, the AP needs to exchange a basket of Bitcoins for fund shares with the ETF issuer when subscribing, and exchange the fund shares for a basket of Bitcoins when redeeming. But these APs are registered broker-dealers in the US stock market, and regulations do not explicitly allow broker-dealers to handle cryptocurrencies. As a compromise, US ETFs adopted the current cash redemption model. This means that when a subscription requires the creation of new ETF shares, AP uses US dollars to purchase fund shares from the ETF issuer, and the ETF issuer will use cash to purchase Bitcoin. Instead, when shares are redeemed, the issuer will sell the Bitcoins in exchange for cash. This pure cash redemption model may incur additional transaction and tax costs and reduce the pricing efficiency of the ETF, thereby affecting the ETF's ability to accurately track the price of Bitcoin, resulting in a possible premium or discount to the net asset value, especially in the market periods of high volatility. Hong Kong's permitting physical redemptions will help keep ETF prices consistent with their net asset values, and is also friendly to investors who directly hold cryptocurrencies. For example, investors who already hold Bitcoin can buy ETFs through this physical model, turning the original alternative assets into mainstream assets. Crypto assets that were not originally recognized by the traditional financial circle can thus perform various leverage operations, such as mortgage lending, building structured products, etc., to open up the path between crypto assets and traditional finance. Harvest International CEO and Chief Investment Officer Han Tongli believes that the physical redemption method has greatly increased the appeal of the Hong Kong Bitcoin ETF. It is expected that the size of the Hong Kong ETF is expected to be 3 times that of similar funds in the United States. Big PK in fee rates, Hong Kong ETFs are more expensive. For spot ETFs, price war seems to be an eternal theme. Since the underlying assets tracked are the same, fees and liquidity are the main considerations for investors when choosing spot ETFs. In the United States, the price war started before the product was launched. Before the SEC officially announced the approval, institutions such as Invesco, Bitwise, Valkyrie and WisdomTree rushed to update the application documents to lower the rates. After the listing, the price war became even more intense, and the rate updates of major platforms could no longer keep up with the price reductions. Competition among the 3 fund companies in Hong Kong is also fierce in terms of management fees. Currently, Harvest Bitcoin ETF has the lowest fee rate at 0.3%, and there is a 6-month fee reduction period. Rosera's product fee rate is 0.6%, and it also provides 4-month reductions. The Huaxia ETF fee rate is relatively high at 0.99%. There are no discounts. However, compared with US ETFs, Hong Kong ETF fees are generally higher. Among the first batch of products launched in the United States, except for Grayscale, the rates for the remaining products range from 0.19% to 0.25%, and the exemption period for some products is as long as 1 year. Alright, today's blockchain news headlines end here. I am a digital persona created entirely by artificial intelligence, AI. If you enjoyed my program, please like, subscribe, and share my videos with your friends. All the visuals and sounds you see are produced through the Decentralized AI GPU artificial intelligence platform. AI GPU is genuine AI technology accessible to everyone. See you tomorrow.